Hello and welcome to Behind the Screen. I am JM, your host. This is a show where we just sit around and we talk about games and things that we love. Board games, role-playing games, game reviews. We've got a couple of fun reviews coming up in the next couple of weeks. It is back. We are back. It is good to be here. It is good to be sitting in the studio and being able to chat with all of you. Bear with me. It's been a rocky road. Reports of my demise were not actually all that exaggerated, but I am here today, and we're going to be talking about the second part of the Black Sword Hack review. This little tiny game from the Merry Mushmen, which I love. The first part of the video will be up later today. Thankfully, my computer records all of the videos so that I'm able to recover that video that never got posted to YouTube. So that'll be up today. This will be up later this week. Hello to everyone, to Padre, to Tink, to Ben, to Evan, to Mark. It is good to see all of you too. It's going to be a slow ease back into things over the next couple of months. I'm going to, Behind the Screen was the easiest thing to start off with. And so that's where I'm at. Yeah, Mark, Tink, and I got to play the Black Sword Hack, and we loved it. It was amazing. So the first part, we covered all of the character sides of things. And what's interesting to me about this game is, first of all, check out this character sheet. Like, this is the character sheet for the Black Sword Hack. It's got a big black sword going down the center of it. And the first half of the book is only like 55 pages. And the rest of the book, and again, you can see it's not a large book, is GM tools. Because here's the thing about the Black Sword Hack. It's not trying to emulate Tolkien. It's not trying to emulate Vance. It's not trying to emulate the standard D&D feel. This is a game that is trying to emulate the works of Michael Moorcock, a dark fantasy, a fantasy where... Hey, Rook, welcome back, buddy. I have returned. Thank you for the subscription. This is a game that's trying to emulate these classic dark fantasy battles in worlds where law and chaos have pushed a world to the brink of destruction. And so what I love about what Kobayashi did here, as well as the Merry Mushmen, is I think they realized that while they loved these works, this is not a genre that many people today associate with fantasy gaming. So the second half of the book is world building tools to help set the tone for your game. And so we're going to look at just a couple of these. Again, this book has just gorgeous, gorgeous art. So we start here with, how to set up your world. I'm going to follow along in my book. So we have tables. Essentially, you can roll up, hey, who's the main antagonist? Are they on the side of law? Because in kind of the Moorcockian metaphysics, too much law is just as bad as too much chaos. If law wins, nothing changes. There's no growth. There's no free will. If chaos wins, there's nothing stable. Evan, I'm glad to be back, bud. I'm looking forward to getting back to exploring Glorantha with you and we'll talk about that at the end. Remind me to talk about some of the reviews that are coming up. And the struggle. And what's neat about the struggle is, again, they're setting up. They're setting up what you need to know about the game. It gives you 16 iconic locations and says, hey, draw a map. Put these 16 places on here. The Merchants League, the Flotsam Kingdom, the Grey Spire's Domain, the last city of a dying race, the Pict territory, and the Dust Empire. And then as you do, you just roll out the political situations, the attitude, and then what is causing the end of the world. And then, again, to set the stage, every one of those 16 locations has a D6 table to roll on. We're just going to cover the Forbidden City. So it gives you a couple of questions to set up in your head. You could do this as a group, or you could do this as the GM and just set this up in advance. Why is this city forbidden? Are there reasons religious or political, or both? Where's the city quarantined? All right, so now we have a location on our map with a cool name. We have some questions to answer, and then let's roll a d6 and see what's going on with our world. All right, so what's going on in the Forbidden City is that a vast army secretly plans to conquer the Forbidden City, and the heroes hear about it. What will they do with that information? And that's the world building tools. With this book, you are given everything you need to set up a world that feels like the world of Elric, or Hawkmoon, or Corum, or Arakoske, or, a world that could be where one of the Thousand Psychic Wars is taking place. If you are a fan of Blue Oyster Cult, you should really be listening to Blue Oyster Cult while you're setting up your Black Sword Hat game. I recommend Black Blade and Veterans of a Thousand Psychic Wars just to start off. And of course, Don't Fear the Reaper, because why wouldn't we be listening to that one as well? Cultosaurus Rex is probably the album you just want to put on. And then the last that we have a lot of adventure seeds in the back, a lot of appendices that help you continue to flesh out your world and create new monsters. And then we get a great adventure. This is the adventure that Tink and Mark and our group played with. Slayers of the Blood God, which was as metal as it sounds. You are hired to go recover a spell book that had been stolen by a mercenary captain. And it was just awesome. I don't know how. I don't want to spoil the adventure, but the adventure is very well written. Now, if you order this, you also get a zine from the Merry Mushmen. The Merry Mushmen are, I think, probably most well known in the OSR sphere for their Knock magazine. Ben is a huge fan of the Knock magazine. John, it is good to see you as well. I'm glad to see everybody. I'm glad to be here. Bear with me as my brain is not rolling as smoothly as it used to. But in case anyone is interested, I will be taking back over the reins of Savage Universe this Thursday. I'm going to be interviewing Ed and Preston and talking about their Last Rites adventure that was one of the first licensees for Savage Worlds. It's approaching its 20th year anniversary, so I'm really excited to be talking about Savage Worlds again. So, Black Sword Hack. You can get it on themerrymushmen.com. It ships rather quickly. Just know that it's coming from France, so it takes a little bit to get there once it ships. But you get the PDF. You get a small zine. The Chaos Crier that has some new monsters, has some new adventures. There's a great Dunwich adventure, Dunwich-themed adventure in there. And yeah, so what I really appreciate about this is a game that I feel like I could run maybe not a grand campaign in, but an end of the world campaign. I have always loved the idea of playing on a world on the edge of destruction, on an edge of one side or the other, right? Balance is the key in Michael Moorcock's Eternal Conflict. And this gives you all the tools you need for your players, for you as a GM to run this game, which again, in 108 pages is a remarkable feat. One of the things that my group really liked about it when we talked about it, learning new spells requires you or new pacts with demons or spirits, or finding new mechanical blueprints requires not you to level up, but to go on a quest. So again, let's switch over to here. If you are a spellcaster and you want to learn a new spell and you say, all right, JM, I want to learn the spell Fading Memories, which causes the target to forget all interactions with you in the last D6 hours or years. If you critically cast this spell, you can make them forget about you for the last 6 years. Well, where does Molly go to find the spell? Well, it's in a bag of a sorcerer's apprentice who was murdered by their master. So it's not a matter of finding a spell book. You have to go find this bag on this corpse, and suddenly you have a story to tell, which is something that I really like. And again, Mark and Tink and I played this, and we're going to definitely get this back to the table soon. Yeah, John, I saw that they just made an update on East Texas University. I'm very excited about that. I just got, if you backed East Texas or the Horror Companion or both, I think all of the final PDF files just got updated in, or the next iteration of the PDF files got updated in Drive-Thru. I just saw all of that come through. And yeah, I am getting back into the swing of things so that's the meat. If you were here for the Black Sword Hack, go out and buy it. Like, we'll put the link in the show notes. It's a great book. I purchased this myself because I love Elric. Just finished the Eternal Champion sequence thanks to Ben. It's well worth the money. And again, any small independent publisher that you can support, if you're able to, is always worthwhile. Most of these people are doing this as a labor of love, either as a part-time job or if you're lucky enough to be doing it full-time. It's still a tight thing. And so I'm going to take the rest of this behind the screen just to kind of do an update. And so if you were watching this on YouTube, or if you were just here for the Black Sword Hack, that's kind of where we're ending up. And so we'll be back on Thursday. I'm actually going to cover another small game in the similar vein. We're going to talk about Hyperborea 3rd Edition. So, first of all, to everyone who has sent well wishes to myself and Trish, who helped us out in the last couple of months, who helped us with the GoFundMe, just thank you. If you don't know, after the last Behind the Screen on the 8th of June, I was hospitalized about 4 days later with bacterial meningitis, and it was a near thing that I'm still sitting here hanging out and chatting with you all. It's a slow recovery. It's going to be a long time before I feel ready to stream a game again. I do want to finish our Crucible of Realms game, the arc that we were on. I don't know if we'll necessarily go much further, but my the brain doesn't roll nearly as fast or as smooth as it used to. But I just want to say thank you. Your support, your well wishes, your thoughts, your prayers, those have been just amazing. Rook, thank you, sir. Thank you to everybody. Like, John has reached out. Tink has been an amazing help. Tink has been taking over our social media and doing all of the cool posts and the questions. Ben has been out here mowing my lawn. Not a euphemism, just actually mowing the lawn. So I really appreciate it, guys. And again, it's going to be a slow roll. I think my next milestone, like this week's milestones, are just do a behind the screen, get back into Savage Universe. I've got 2 more episodes of the Iconic podcast that are already recorded that I just need to edit down. Moving forward with that. So hopefully August, September, you'll get some more Iconic podcast. And for Evan, so Evan, I did not make it to Gen Con as promised. So I did not pick these up for you. I apologize. But I did get we will be, Evan and I, after we do the Prosopedia, we will be reviewing the 2 new Cults of Glorantha book, the Lightbringer Quests and the Earth Goddesses. So hopefully next month, maybe this month, we'll get back to exploring Glorantha. Again, I got to try not overdo it. So, but we're back, baby. We're back with, to quote Ben and Bender. We're back. Iconic is going to keep rolling forward here. And so Thursday, we're going to be talking about Hyperborea, a sword and sorcery game that has really captured my imagination. Looking forward to getting back to that. And John knows that I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. I am waiting for Lost Colony and Maw of Oblivion to get in, and I'll be doing a review of both of those once the boxes come in. I think they should be shipping this week or next week, and then I will devour them. But other things that we're going to be talking about here in the near future, it's not that I haven't been thinking about them. I really want to do a review of the Fantasy Companion for Savage Worlds, which is gorgeous. I mean, start to finish, just a amazing production by Pinnacle. So we got a lot of reviews on the way. I think reviews are going to where I'm going to start, because it's a little bit easier to just talk about someone else's project as opposed to talking about, teleology of beholders, I guess. So that's where we're at. Thanks, Padre. I really appreciate that. Ooh, the WEG. I mean, I could wax eloquently, very slowly, about WEG. We played a lot of WEG back in the day. And I may show off a couple I'm doing some projects, some gaming projects, doing some more painting, assemblings of miniatures. Tink is helping me get all of those pictures looking nice and sent on. Ooh. So yeah, I cannot wait to review Lost Colony and just talk about that in Maw of Oblivion. For those of you who are a fan of Zane, we did get the latest, I think it's right here, the latest Torg box for Pan Pacifica. So the next installment of Zane Talks Torg is in the works. So to everyone, again, just thanks for all of the support, all of the kind words. I'm on the road to recovery. It's going to be a slow roll, but hey, 8 weeks ago, I didn't even think I'd be coming back to behind the screen, and yet here we are. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. I'm JM. This has been Behind the Screen. We'll be back on Thursday. We're going to talk about Hyperborea 3rd edition. Till then, have a good one, everyone.